Good day, everyone. A very good evening to you all. Standing before you is Mr. Nkeke by Felix. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I'll be taking us on the subject biology. And in the course of time, I will be exploring to you all different topics in biology, where we also extract out some WAEC and JAMB questions. On that note, I also use this privilege to inform the WAEC and JAMB students to always log into this YouTube channel in order for them to get familiar with themselves with WAEC standard and JAMB questions. In today's class, we'll be looking at under the subject biology, the topic introduction to biology. And at the end of today's class, you are expected to know the definition of science, meaning of biology, why we study biology, and different branches of biology. And of course, you cannot dive into looking at biology without putting consideration into the word science and what it means in this context. Because as we go further, you are going to discover that biology will be defined as a branch or as one of the branches of science. Therefore, there is a need for us to know the meaning of science. And that will now take us to the definition of science. What is science? Science can be defined as a systematic process of making inquiry about the living and non-living things in our environment. Now let's look at this. The first is the definition of science. Science can be defined as the systematic process of making inquiry about the living and non-living things in our environments. Alright, permit me to simplify or elaborate on some terms being used in our definition, like systematic process of making inquiry. Now, systematic has to do with a careful method, a diligent method of requesting. Talking about systematic process, a very careful process of making. What then is inquiry? Of requesting of information about something. Now, which also means science can simply be also be defined as the study of the natural things and in our environment. I don't know. Okay. Looking at the definition, there are some striking words we need to understand here, being a systematic process, meaning a careful method of making inquiry, requesting for an information about the living and non-living things in our environment. Now, simply put, it also implies that science can be defined as the study of natural things around us. So you're also free to put it this way, or science can simply be defined around us. Now, having known the meaning of science, we can now look at biology and what it means in this context. Meaning of biology of course, it will interest you to know that biology is a branch of science which involves the study of plants and animals. But in this class, I will tell us why it is seen as the branch of science which involves the study of plants and animals. Now, it is not only important for you to know, but also very, very vital that you should know that science is coined from two Greek words. Science, meaning biology, coined from two Greek words, bio and logos. Now let me look at this in this dimension. That biology is coined or derived from two Greek words. We have bio, meaning life. We also have the second word, logos, meaning study. Hence, biology can be defined as the study of plants and animals. How? Now, looking at this, that biology is coined from two Greek words, bio and logos. Bio meaning life, logos meaning study. Now, if you look at life encompasses both plants and animals. Life encompasses both plants and animals. So having known that biology that coined from two Greek words, bio meaning life, and in life, like I earlier said, life encompasses plants and animals. That is why you are free to define biology as the study of plants and what? Animals. Now, it also implies that we can simply define biology as can be defined as the study of plant and animals. Why? Reason being that biology is derived or coined from two Greek words, bio meaning life and logos meaning study. Therefore, you are free to say that biology can be defined as the study of plants and animals, because life, as we earlier said, encompasses plants and animals. That's for that. Now, we will now look at why we study biology as another area of importance. Why we study biology. Now, there are many reasons why we study biology, but because of time, we consider some few. Now, let's look at it as a subheading. Why we study biology. Why we study biology. Why we study biology. Now, in this regard, as man is a living thing, studying biology helps us to understand our behavior and ourselves. As man is a living thing, hence we are living things, we study biology to understand our behavior and ourselves. It is also very important that you should know the chemical reaction and how your body reacts to some certain chemicals which you take in. Through the knowledge of biology, you can be able to know what to take and what not to take. Of course, for you or for many of you, the most interesting part of biology may be the study of yourself, may be the study of how your body works, may be the study of how your body reacts to some diseases. Through the knowledge of biology, we are able to discover another world of different organisms called microscopic organisms, which are organisms that can only be seen by the use of powerful microscopes.
Awesome.
We study biology, of course. We are looking at why we study biology. And of course, I've told us earlier before now that we study biology in order for us to know how we came into this earth. Not only that, how we relate to other organisms in our surrounding. And of course, one of the reasons why we study biology is in order for us to take some measures after we must have known most of these microscopic organisms that are capable of causing diseases and how to prevent them. Now, of course, as man is a living organism, we study biology to understand our behavior, and ourselves. We study biology to understand our behavior and ourselves. Like I earlier said, for many of you, the most interesting part of biology may be the study of how your body works, the study of how your body reacts to some diseases. For many of you, of biology is the study of yourself, the study of how your body works, of course, the study of yourself, the study of how your body works, as well as how your body reacts, how your body reacts to some diseases. And not only that, you also study biology to know how you resemble and how you differ from other people, such as your brother, your sister, and your parents. Of course, you also study biology to know how you resemble and differ from other people, such as your sister, your brother, and your parents. And of course, through the knowledge of biology, you'll be able to know the reason why that you and your siblings came from the same father and mother, but yet there are little differences which take us to a topic called variation. Of course, subsequently, as you keep on logging into my YouTube channel, I will explore to you the area where the differences comes in under variation, where you see an offspring looking quite different from the mother. There are some biological reasons which, in the course of time, I shall explore us to that. And of course, looking at how you resemble or differ, and another reason why we study biology is to know how human being you, came on this earth and other animals. You study biology to know how you as an individual came on this earth and other animals. And of course, which is part of what we call the origin of life. Now, under the origin of life, we'll be looking at how you came into this earth alongside with other animals. That is one of the reasons why we study biology. And of course, it will also interest you to know that there's another part called evolution of organisms, telling you how you came into this earth. It's one of the reasons why you study biology. Of course, to know you came in this earth and evolution of organism. That is one of the reasons why we study biology, where we have a gradual changes in the area of evolution, where we have a gradual changes, where the scientists believe that the human being did not come into existence as a result of creation, rather is evolution. Changes or metamorphose from animals gradually to become a human being. It will interest you to know that through the knowledge of biology, you are going to know all that. To tell you that biology is one of the important subjects that you need to be acquainted with as far as you are concerned, because it deals with many areas of life that are of importance. And of course, another reason why we study biology is in order, recently, through the invention of what we call microscope. Microscope has been able to expose us to a different world, which is called the world of microorganisms. Like I earlier said, microorganisms are organisms which you cannot see by your naked eyes, except by the use of a device called a powerful electron microscope. Now, through the invention of that device, we are able to understand, study living or microorganisms and how they react in our body system. And with the knowledge of all that, we can be able to also have a way of fighting them. To tell you that with the knowledge of biology, fighting them would not be an issue. Why? With the extraction of some material from the plant, which is being processed by the scientific knowledge into different drugs, of course, which are now called the antibiotics, which are used to cure many diseases. And of course, the ability for the scientists to be able to cure those diseases is dependent on the knowledge that scientist has in regards to that microscopic organism. To tell you that the study of biology has great positive impacts on us as an individual and the society at large. Of course, looking at the reason why we study biology, furthermore, studying about ourselves is not complete unless we make a comparative study of other animals. For example, studying the working of the muscles in frog, and of course, studying the respiratory, digestive, and nervous system of other organisms give us a better understanding on how our bodies work. Studying about ourselves is not complete unless we make a comparative study of other organisms frog, or the digestive system, reproductive system, as well as the nervous system of rabbits gives us a better understanding on how our bodies works. Why we study biology? Now we are going to consider another point as regards to why we study biology. Of course, it will interest you to know that plants do not only produce the oxygen we breathe, but also is a very good source of medicine.